Welcome to Let's Talk Nigeria, the podcast where we unpack the stories, struggles, success shaping the hearts of Africa's giants. I'm your host, and each week we dive deep into issues that matter and the stories shaping Nigeria's politics, culture, entertainment, and everyday life, from the streets of Lagos to the hills of Jos. Whether you're in Nigeria or part of the diaspora, this is your space to listen, learn, and be heard. Let's Talk Nigeria, because the conversation starts with us.
Oh God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nigeria. I'm once again here with Akabai Peong, and we are going to talk about the APC-led government with their counterparts, the PDP, the People's Democratic Party. Because as Nigerians have it, this is the two biggest parties in the country. And within the last election, we've seen a massive turn-up for a new party, the Labour Party. And as time is going on during this period, the Labour Party has been swindling down, and the PDP has been swindling down. So Nigeria is sort of forming a one-party system. We are seeing other coalitions coming up, like the ADC and others that are brawling up from the back. But do they have a stand? Do they have a chance to stand against the current led party, the APC? As we dive into APC, is the APC rule better than the PDP? I'm glad to have you on the show once again.
Very happy to be here.
We're going to start with the most important one, that's security and stability. And my first question is very simple. Are Nigerians safer today under the APC rule than they were under the PDP? Because we all can tell that this insurgency started off under the PDP, under Jonathan's former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration. I can understand and speak with you that we are hearing a lot of rise in insecurity, as in we are hearing the stories coming out now. But aside that, comparing it with the former party, the time the former party ruled Nigeria, the 16 years the PDP ruled Nigeria, would you say that Nigerians are safer now compared to then, or Nigerians were safer then compared to now?
Well, not to be a prisoner of the moment of what's happening currently, but statistics and numbers would suggest we are very much unsafe currently as compared to the PDP-led administration. But that question, it really brings about just really a political debate between those two parties. But then as Nigerians, we really don't want to know or care who were we safer then or now. What we want to be is safe, first of all. That you could sleep with your two eyes closed then, not even really, but that you can walk on the road in the night without having any of these area boys coming to attack you or rob you, or armed robbers coming to your home and that sort of thing. What we want to do, what we want to be is safe. And Nigerians are saying, listen, we've elected you. Our safety is your responsibility. We've made you responsible for our own safety. So regardless of who it is, PDP, APC, ADC, Labour Party, regardless of who it is, if you cannot guarantee the safety of our lives and our properties, then there's no use for you being there. No serious government can say you can't even protect life and property. You should be able to first of all protect lives and property. It's that simple. But our statistics and metrics will suggest that we are very much unsafer now as compared to 16 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever the number is. The killings, the reports are coming in by the day. We are wondering what really is going on in this country. By the day, it seems like it's every day. It seems like, I was asking you the question the other day, how come whenever I turn on the news, I go on, turn on, you just never hear good news coming out from Nigeria? Why is it nothing to see and be happy about on the news?
It is quite unfortunate.
Somebody has been killed. Somebody has been kidnapped. Why? Every day, for God's sake, Nigerians are strong people, though. I swear to God.
As Fela said, suffering and smiling is our go-to motto. Okay. Moving on. Do you think the APC government during Buhari's time and the current APC government is approaching insurgency rapidly or better than the PDP-led government? Because I have followed up reports that shows that Boko Haram actually started in 2002 and maybe they became well known in 2015 at the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's inauguration as the president of the Federal Republic. So would you say that the APC has devised better tactics in tackling the insurgency compared to the PDP?
I wouldn't say that. I don't think so. It has been more of the same with both parties. And what we need are, but again, the ideas, yes, the ideas need to be there. Really, it has been more of the same. Something will happen, they will deploy military to go to the places and so on. More of the same. But another angle I'll come from is this. Our military equipment, do we really have competent military equipment?
We spend almost 2 billion. We spend almost
2 billion.
2 billion.
You're talking about dollars now, US dollars.
Yes, $2 billion.
Is that really how is this money being invested into the military in terms of equipment? Because if you break it down to satellite communication from the military, people on the ground, boots and ears on the ground, to the weaponry across all three phases: water, the Navy; air, the Air Force; land, the Army. Are these resources really being properly invested well? Do they really have the best weapons or better weapons than these insurgents? That's another thing we need to look at. Because if they are under-equipped, then it really doesn't matter how many people you send, they're just sending people to their deaths. So we need to really equip our military with some of the best equipment. Anyway, people are agitating when the US president came up and said, oh, we are going to have military troops moving to Nigeria. Because aside from them being foreign nationals, these people are going to come with the best military equipment. That one is sure and guaranteed. They're going to come in with the best military equipment you will find anywhere in the world. And that's what we as a military should have. I mean, we need to, if 2 billion isn't enough, we invest more. Everybody is bringing their budget for the next fiscal year. If that isn't enough, then we need to invest more on our military across the three phases and have our military properly equipped. When that as a soldier, you have the confidence to say, look, with what I have, I know I can walk into any territory and protect myself, protect my family to the best of my ability. I know that in a gunfight or in a war, very simply because we're in a war, I will win every time with the equipment I have. But you can't go in with sellotaped AK-47s and sellotaped. I mean, they don't even look welcoming. You see the Americans and so on with the bombers and the advanced guns and so on, and then you come to Nigeria with sellotapes and everything. It just doesn't look good. Is our military really properly equipped to go on and clean up these people and fish out these people, clean up these people, jail them, and finally let's have law and order in the country?
Okay, moving on, we are going to be talking on politics and governance as a whole among these two parties or among the parties at large. And I'm going to start with, since the APC party took over government, have they delivered more tangible reforms than the PDP, or are Nigerians still waiting for the real change?
We've been waiting for real change for a long time now. It has been a long wait, and I don't know what's happening.
So that means even the PDP have failed on giving Nigerians the change they hope for.
Well, yes, things are definitely worse now. If you look at all our simple metrics, the cost of living, rents, food, energy, everything has gone up, I mean, to astronomical levels. I mean, I said Nigerians are very special people. The fact that we still find a way to survive under these circumstances just says the character of the people in this country. We are really strong-willed people in this country. But you compare the two administrations, at the end of Tinubu's four years in 2027, that would be 12 years of APC lead from 2015 in comparison to the 16 years of the PDP. You can say definitely that the PDP were in a more advantageous position with energy security at the time, with petrol being sold for 20 naira a litre, 25 naira a litre. In those periods, whatever happened that we were not even able to manufacture one and establish a 24/7 power generating plant in the country where everybody has 24/7 lights. What happened? It's difficult to do those things now. It was easier to do them then. No serious country is without a 24/7 light. Power is energy. Power is, your industries need to run with power. Your homes need power. Security, generally, you need power. So how was it that in that period, under the PDP, from 1999 to 2007 under Obasanjo, and then with Yar'Adua, and then good luck Ebele Jonathan, something as simple as electricity, we were unable to have 24/7 electricity when it was advantageous and easier for them to get those things done then because of corruption, lies, and so on. And every year, even then, more now, but even then, you will tell us this amount of money has been invested into electricity, this amount of billions has been borrowed and put here and put there. Where are the results? No results. And this administration in particular has come in and said, look, we can't afford to be subsidizing. No country, first of all, can operate without a level of subsidy in some sectors.
Yeah.
But what should be an economic powerhouse like Nigeria? The government is saying we can't then to afford to be subsidizing every subsidy, so government subsidy everywhere. We need to be able to fend for ourselves in one way or another. So the PDP, in summary, cannot hide. They have their own problems. And what they did for this country cannot be summarily dismissed. because they did have some feelings, and that's largely why they were voted out. And are since then looking to find a way to establish back power. But then generally, definitely things are worse now.
Okay. Has the APC improved democratic accountability, meaning our appearance to the international community? Have we improved democratically, or has the political power remained just as centralized as under the PDP?
Absolutely not. We've not improved democratically. Absolutely not. If you go back to just the Lekki tollgate incident, you have people coming to protest peacefully, not creating any problems, exercising their rights as citizens to protest. And you have people killed in those protests. Is that a democracy? People coming to protest, you tear gas them. Peaceful protest too. Is that a democracy? People not being allowed to ask, when you take democratic accountability, people not being allowed to ask questions. Is that a democracy? You're talking about our view to the international community. Recently, Donald Trump called Nigeria a disgraced country. What are the facts that our government officials can present and say, look, this, we are not a disgraced country? Not just by saying it with mouth. Can you beat your chest and say, look at what we are doing here, and here. We are not a disgraced country. So the international community, we are a disgraced country. That's what it means. That's what was said. It was there for all the world to see. It's just not looking good.
It's just not looking good. Okay. Now, before I let you go, under the APC and the PDP, we've had a level of corruption on both parties. We can't downplay both parties because corruption is in the heart of every nation. But then there are levels to these things, as Nigerians will say. So under these two parties, or all the parties on the board of the INEC, what would you say about the corruption level from these two big parties or any other party? Or who do you think Nigerians should focus on, or which party do you think Nigerians should focus on?
INEC has been the biggest problem electorally. And I think, in my personal opinion, the fundamental problem is the INEC president and top INEC officials really should be elected. Why isn't the INEC president elected? How is it possible that the INEC president appointed by the executive? Of course, simple logic suggests that such person will not be entirely independent, regardless of what, no matter what they say. That to me is a fundamental problem. If I appoint somebody to do this job, for sure you're going to have some control over the person, regardless of, no matter if the government is a man of integrity. No. To me, that's fundamentally wrong.
But under Goodluck's time, he did appoint an INEC chairman and he lost the election.
Which is true. But again, there are several things that happen politically. We talk about the game of politics. There are several things that happen politically then, even within his own party, the PDP, that really made him lose the election. But then we're talking about independence. For INEC to be independent, should they really be essentially be controlled by the executive? No. If they should be an independent body, they need to have their entire independence away from the executive. Where the INEC president is elected, we elect somebody based on by election or by promotion, somebody within the system, the INEC system already, that has proven to be somebody of integrity, of fairness, of justice. And then this person promoted, of course ratified by the Senate, but then promoted to the post of INEC president. We can't have our independent bodies entirely being controlled by the executive, and then we sit down and claim that they are independent. Just can't be independent that way. When their money is being gotten from the executive, judiciary itself is another aspect to look at. If the Chief Justice of the Federation, the Chief Justice, the number one judge appointed by the executive, can we really say that person will be 100% fair, will be 100% just, when you have already been appointed by the executive and by the president? Can that person be voted for, if not by the general population? Can the justices we have currently, the judges we have currently sit down and say, look, we vote this person, our judges themselves, I mean, we vote this person among us is who has proven to be, I don't want to say holier than thou, but this person among us has proven to be fair and clean and just in his cases, in his rulings, and as judges, we vote this person to be the Chief Justice. Of course, everything ratified by the Senate and our lawmakers. That's how, in my own personal opinion, things should be done. Because we can't say the INEC as a body, first of all, but then the INEC president is 100% fair. When you've already been appointed by the executive and the president, how can we trust? How is your fairness 100% guaranteed when you feel like you owe somebody something for appointing you to be in that post? So INEC is a big problem, and we need to solve the problem of INEC, honestly.
That would be a topic for another day, because I like that discussion. If INEC is playing fair with Nigerians. My last question before I actually let you go: should Nigerians look forward to a new party other than the APC or the PDP?
No.
So you're saying we should stick to these are two big parties?
I think all of them should go. It's really the same characters in all the parties. So how is it the new ADC coming up? Is it not just a conglomeration of people that were in APC and PDP with a new name, with a new party? Is it the party or is it the people in the party? All of them are the same. Election season will come.
I believe it is an ideology that parties are sticking, or they stick to ideologies. Just like you have the Republican and you have the Democrats. So we have the APC-led government and we have the PDP-led government. Although we don't really know their ideologies from these two parties, what they hope to gain or what their stance is. All we do know is this one comes out with this, I'm coming to bring change. Oh, this one, I'm coming to bring renewed hope, new Nigeria, and so on and so forth. So if you say Nigeria should scrap all these parties, then who should we pick as our leader?
You should pick someone of integrity, or someone with the best interests of Nigerians at heart. If you are, politically speaking, the APC-led government might as well run unopposed in the next election. Politically speaking, you look at what's happening in the PDP, you look at what's happening in the Labour Party, and even in the APC. All these problems stem from the fact that in the PDP we saw what happened with Wike and his faction against Governor Seyi Makinde and his faction at the PDP convention, where the whole thing was just frantic. We are seeing what's happening in the Labour Party with their own issues. The APC have their own issues also. All this stem from the fact that the characters involved are all fighting for their selfish interests. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. If everybody really says what is best for Nigeria, how can Nigeria move forward? As the PDP, or as the ADC, or as the Labour Party, or as the APC, you won't see all of this fighting. This is definitely a topic for another day. But what started this PDP crisis between Wike, the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, and Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president of the country, was that 2019 or 2023? How the genesis of the entire problem of PDP, where one person wants to be president, the other person wants to be president, that's a topic for another day. But still, going back to everybody trying to defend their own interests and not the interest of Nigerians brings about all these problems. So, quite honestly, politically, as it stands now, the APC will win. I don't think it's even my opinion. I think this is just facts. The APC, as it stands, will win by a bigger margin. It will be a landslide, a bigger margin than they did in 2023. Just because these characters that we are meant to trust and look to for hope simply just can't put themselves together and really form an organized effort, a coordinated effort, all with the interest of Nigerians at heart. These people just can't come together and put their own interests aside and then go ahead to execute a plan in terms of going about the election. Everybody is going in to defend their own interests. It simply will not work. And the APC right now have a free hand, politically speaking, in the political landscape.
Beautifully said. I do appreciate having you on the show. I hope to see more of you. I hope you've seen the recent development in Guinea-Bissau. I'm having a conversation with you've not heard of the decision in Guinea-Bissau?
I have. They've executed a coup. People there are fed up. And they've executed a coup.
So I'm having a discussion.
And our former president has to be safely brought back.
That was our prayer that our former president comes back healthy and alive. If not, it will have been trouble on earth, because I don't think Nigerians will accept such what's the word? Such international embarrassment from a nation like Guinea-Bissau on the giant of Africa. So I'm having a discussion with one of my guests on the topic. I would like to pick your brain on it as we see the development there, because the topic is based on military coup. Will it save Nigeria? So dive in, think about it, and I'll pick your brain one of these days. God bless you, and most especially, God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Have a nice day.
Amen. Thank you for having me.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace, oh, back to honor, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed.